own community. It is TJ, aka Flash by Night, and we are back here keeping up with the comics. And today we are keeping up with a special comic. We are keeping up with Saga, issue number 55. So go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we are going to get into what makes this book so special for this review. So for those of you who have been reading comics for any kind of amount of time, I want to say over 5 years, but even those who have been reading shorter have gotten whiffed of the comeback of Saga from Image Comics. And most people who have not read Saga, who wanted to get into Saga, decided to dip back into the first 54 issues. I said, nay, I am going to do something different. Since this book is coming back after a long hiatus, I wanted to read the first issue stone cold. I wanted to read the first issue not knowing much of anything about Saga. You know, I've heard, some bigger ideas, the fact that there are at least 2 warring races or 2 warring groups, and there is a kind of Romeo and Juliet love between members of the 2 groups. I kind of got that. I kind of got the feeling that we're gonna lose people along the way, or they have lost people along the way. And that's about all I have as far as my knowledge of Saga. So I decided to go cold turkey, step right into it, and check it out and see what was happening. And in the end, Saga 55 was a really, really good read, even for those who picked this up as their first issue. You can, without knowing a whole lot, even without being aware of the major themes of the book thus far, you can read Saga issue number 55 and pick that up immediately. Like, this is kind of a war-torn book with fights that have gone on in some people's minds almost needlessly for years and years. We kind of know families have been torn apart. You can kind of see that throughout the book. You can see that this family on the front of the issue is probably not the family unit we started out with in the first few issues. You can kind of pick that up from the book. I like some of the characters in here. I'm kind of confused about Elena's and, is it Bumbavine? I forget how to pronounce his name. But there's a interesting relationship between those two, which is not as straightforward as it looks on the cover. And I'm guessing that on the catch-up read, you'll see where all that develops, where all that happens. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. There's this character who I really want to know for you longtime Saga readers. This character, he calls himself the Wheel, but then he also calls himself Wheel. Which one is it? Is it the Wheel or is it Wheel? And why is it I have the feeling that this Gwendolyn or Gwen character is the one that actually has the wheel? If you read this book, you get why I asked that question, but that's neither here nor there. Saga was a really, really good read. Like I said, if you did like me and you didn't go back and read the first 54 issues, you can pick up this book, and this book jumps right in and feels almost like a number 1. Like, there's a story, there's a background story with these characters, but this could also be a number 1 and be perfect. It leaves something to the imagination, and it leaves you room to want to go back and look into Saga. But if you didn't want to, it is a perfectly good story, a perfectly good jumping on point if you just want to go 55 and forward. Now, for those who I've talked to that said I should go back and read 1 through 54, I think I will. I can't make any promises as to how long it's gonna take because I have a backlog of other books I want to get back to. But I think I will go back and check out 1 through 54 of Saga so I can see what's going on in this book. But Saga 55, well worth the read, and at $2.99 also, which is pretty good. So that's what we are giving Saga. We're giving it a solid rating. I don't have a number rating system. I'll just say that I enjoyed it, and I plan on picking up the next few issues and seeing where it takes me. So that was Keeping Up with the Comics. I hope you saw something you liked. I hope you enjoyed yourself. If you did enjoy yourself, go ahead, hit that like button. And if you want to keep up with me, Keeping Up with the Comics, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Of course, feel free to leave comments. Do not forget about my 300 subscriber giveaway. If you go back to my January 19th haul video, you will see the instructions at the end of the video. Go ahead, jump in there, pick up some books. But as we always do at this time, love yourself, love others, and I will be back in a flash.